So you are someone that a lot of times you lose the weight, then all of a sudden you gain the weight again. You lose the weight, and all of a sudden you gain the weight. And hi ladies, so in this video we're going to talk about how to maintain your flat tummy after you've reached your goals. Never gain it back again. Like how you're actually going to maintain that flat tummy. What is going on, guys? My name is Randy Kote, and if you're new to this channel, I'm a certified fitness and wellness coach. And a few years ago, I almost lost a good friend of mine to body shaming and lack of body positivity. I then took it upon myself to train her personally and help her lose the weight to this, and decided to open a page to teach women all over the world to lose weight the right way and fast. So in today's video, we're going to talk about losing weight and then maintaining your flat tummy. Okay, like I said earlier on, a lot of times, a lot of women, they lose the weight, they do a good job, and then they just put it back on. So I'm just going to let you know what you can do to keep that weight down. The first thing that you should do when you're trying to keep that weight down is to put in mind that weight fluctuates. You understand? You have to come to this understanding that the weight goes up and then the weight comes down. The fact that you have lost it doesn't mean it's not going to come back up again. And a lot of times, once people start gaining the weight again, they just become very depressed. They just lose motivation. They're like, this is not for me. No, that's not what you should do. Once you lose the weight and then you start gaining it back, just don't be scared, don't be worried. Just understand that the human body as it is, it just fluctuates. You can wake up one day, you've gained some 2 pounds. You can wake up the other day, you've lost 5 pounds. Doesn't mean that you're in a bad place. All you have to do is to try and figure out what the reason is. Try and figure out what might be the cause of you actually having that fluctuation of weight, instead of just giving up and say, oh no, this thing is not for me. Good. So that's point number one. When it comes to point number two is try to incorporate some core workouts and go harder than regular. You see, one thing that a lot of us don't know is that once the body gets used to something, it gets to a point it doesn't work again. So if back in the day, let's say you used to do, let's say 20 burpees, 10 jump jacks, 15 squats, and you lost the weight and then you're on this form and you're doing well, know that it's going to come a time where the same thing that you're doing might not be giving you the results that you're designed. So then always know that I'm now putting on a little bit of weight, but I'm doing the same thing. That doesn't mean that like your body is in a bad place. What it means is that your body is used to that. So what you have to do is now try as much as possible to change the style of the things that you do. Try as much as possible to increase the intensity. Try as much as possible to increase the repetitions and things like that. Just put some change in them, and that's how you're going to maintain it. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, it's going to get to a time it's just not going to work, and that's how it is. So then you get to a point where you start losing your gains. You get to a point where you start putting on weight because the same old things that you used to do, the body is too used to it, and it's about time that you started putting some variety into it. Reason number 3, never take diet for granted. I've worked with a lot of clients, where we're done with our process of working out, we're done with our phase of working out, and now let's say initially they were not too strong, or initially they didn't have that much endurance to do workouts, so they used to rely a lot on eating well. And then now that they have actually lost the weight, they feel like because they are stronger now, because they have a lot more capacity, because they have a lot more endurance, they can work out anytime and eat anyhow. No, it doesn't work like that. If you're trying to maintain a flat tummy, still diet is key. No matter how stronger you've gotten, no matter how faster you've gotten, no matter how much endurance you have now, no matter how long you can do your cardio, no matter how much you can squat, let me let you know that diet is still key, and you still have to really prioritize what you eat over what you do. And as the saying goes, you cannot outwork a bad diet. You can't just sit down and say, oh, because now I'm stronger, I'm going to work out too hard and I'll eat anyhow. No, diet is and would always be queen. Just know that. The next factor that people take for granted is sleep. You understand my point? Yes, now you know the skills, you know what to eat, the workouts to do, it has given you some results. Now all of a sudden people just decide not to follow their sleep pattern because they're like, oh, I'll go to the gym tomorrow morning regardless, I'm going to eat well regardless tomorrow morning. So what I gotta say to you is that try to take sleep very seriously regardless, because at the end of the day, if you're trying to maintain a certain physique, or if you're trying to maintain a certain body type, your hormones play a major factor in it. Your hormones really play a major factor in whether it's going to fluctuate, whether it's going to stay the same. So if you're trying to stay the same at a certain place, just know that your sleep pattern can be messed up. Once your sleep pattern is messed up, progress is also going to be messed up. Let's say you used to sleep 6 hours a day, or let's say 8 hours a day. All of a sudden now you're sleeping 4 hours a day, just because. You understand my point? It's actually going to mess you up. And no matter the good things that you're doing on your program, you're still going to fluctuate in weight. So make sure you have your sleep in check also. I've said this, but I'm going to say this again. Double down on your workouts and efforts, guys. Literally, I get it. You are doing this exact same thing, and then you got this exact same result. So why is it that I'm now telling you to do double to maintain it? That is just how it works. Double down on your workouts, double down on your diet, and that's the only way that you're actually going to maintain that shape and not lose it again. Next point is have a plan to follow. See, yes, I know we had a 30-day plan, we had a 90-day plan, and then now the 90 days is over. So you feel like, yes, I kind of know what I have to do when I go to the gym. No. Your body is only going to reward you up until a certain point. You get to a point, your body still needs that structure that you used to follow. So have a plan to follow. Don't just be that person that is just like working out anyhow because you think. No, the body changes all the time. So you have to learn, you have to adapt. You have to come up with new strategies that you can incorporate into your diet plan, into your workout routine, that is going to help you maintain it. So stick to a new plan after you've done your 90-day transformation or whatever it is. Have a plan to follow. It really helps you know exactly what to do and not get to the gym and then you're like about to like try to brainstorm or anything like that. That's how you're actually going to still maintain that figure 8 shape or whatever shape that you want to maintain. So these are some of the things that you shouldn't take for granted when you are trying to maintain that shape, guys. Like I said, you have to stick to a plan. Like I said, you have to double down on the things that you do. You have to go harder. That's the only way that you're going to maintain it. You have to prioritize sleep to be able to have your hormones balanced as where they were, so it doesn't fluctuate in your weight gain. Make sure you subscribe.